I'd like to open this ceremony this morning by welcoming all of you to the University of Newcastle. And special welcome to those families and friends who are here to enjoy and celebrate one of our award receivers' achievement today. Today we'll be conferring awards on those who've qualified for awards in the Faculty of Education. And I'd like to draw to your attention that the printed program lists prizes awarded on the basis of academic merit. Could I now congratulate all of today's graduands on your achievement, on reaching the goal that you set yourself. This ceremony has been arranged especially to celebrate that event, and you can rightly be proud of what you have done, the effort you've made to get you here. And so too can those of your family and friends who've supported you through the last few years, assisted you through the many traumas, the anxieties, sleepless nights, late assignments and so on. It's your pride and their pride that we see you here this morning. And the university, the academic staff, all the staff of the university and the council take special pleasure in acknowledging today what you've done. Many of you are already working as teachers, others of you about to embark on that or looking for opportunities. Education, one of the most important occupations in Australia today, as our expectations for the future depend more and more on the quality of our education. We focus increasingly on education, and it seems that every day there are more and more suggestions as to what we can expect from the education system. Well, that may appear a heavy burden for you, but in carrying it out, you have behind you the support and confidence of your teachers, the academic staff of the university, content in the knowledge that they've done for you the best that they can. So as you do work in your occupation of education, you represent this university wherever you go, and you stand for the qualities that we've imparted to you. And as you know, the achieving of an award and a degree in the university is, well, it's an end of one part of your work, but it's the beginning of another. And as you begin a new role, that should not be seen as ending your links with the university, because you become, in taking an award or degree, a full member of the convocation of the university, which essentially consists of all those who've qualified in the university, all those members of the academic staff who are associated with the university. So you become a full member of that. We hope you'll keep in touch with the university as the years go by. The convocation will certainly inform you about the progress of the university. And you can take part in elections for council or stand for council as well. So as you proceed through your careers, you take with you the good wishes of everyone in the university. And today you have our special congratulations, which will be given to you individually during the ceremony. But before we proceed to that part of the ceremony, I would like now to invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Mortley, to present the candidate for admission to an honorary degree. Professor Mortley.
Chancellor, Professor Elliott. Emeritus Professor Clifton Darfield Elliott has had a long and fruitful association with the University of Newcastle. Appointed Professor of Physics in the predecessor Newcastle University College in 1964, he became the Foundation Professor in Physics in the University of Newcastle upon the achievement of autonomy on the 1st of January 1965, and held that chair until his retirement in 1980. The Council of the University conferred on him the title of Professor Emeritus at that time. At various times during the period from autonomy until his retirement, in addition to his role as the Professor of Physics, Professor Elliott served the University as Head of the Department of Physics, Dean of the Faculty of Science, Deputy Chairman of the Senate, and a member of the Council. He was also a member of the Council of the Newcastle College of Advanced Education, which in 1989, as the Hunter Institute of Higher Education, amalgamated with the university. His achievements while a member of the professoriate were highly significant, but we turn also to his work in retirement, and it is for this as well that the university wishes to honour him today. Professor Elliott was a foundation member and the president of the Central Coast Tertiary Action Committee, which was formed about 9 years ago to establish a need for a tertiary education facility on the Central Coast and to lobby the state and Commonwealth governments for its creation. This committee from its inception brought together leading industrialists, educators and other significant members of the Central Coast community with the elected officials of the Gosford City and Wyong Shire councils. It met on a regular basis with politicians of all parties, both state and federal, and representatives of the constituents of the Central Coast. Its effectiveness in the difficult task of raising government awareness of the need for a facility on the Central Coast at a time of economic stringency was very considerable. Not only did Professor Elliott make a great personal contribution to securing a facility for the Central Coast, but also to the interests of this university in ensuring that it should be the provider of tertiary education at a new campus on the Central Coast when such a campus came into being. The Central Coast campus of the University of Newcastle, located at Ourimbah, commenced operations in 1989. At that point, the Central Coast Tertiary Action Committee retitled itself the Central Coast Campus Tertiary Education Development Committee, and Professor Elliott continued to make a major contribution to its work, as under its new title, the committee assiduously lobbied for the development of the campus and undoubtedly played a significant role in presenting to the government united public support in the region for the development. Professor Elliott is not a person content to rest on his laurels. Once the university began to establish its presence on the campus at Ourimbah, he saw the need to attract a wider public to express interest in supporting the campus, so worked to establish the Friends of the University Central Coast Campus branch to this purpose. He has only recently resigned from the position as Foundation President of that committee and has passed it on to other hands now that he has supervised its establishment and set it on a firm foundation. The campus at Ourimbah is also the home of the activities of the Workers' Educational Association of New South Wales in that area, under the name of the Central Coast Campus Community College. Professor Elliott has played a distinct role in the establishment of adult education on the Central Coast and has also been closely involved with it in the Hunter region in a period of considerable expansion of the activity. He has served in a number of different offices for the WEA and is currently the state president of that body. The conjunction of his interests in the WEA and university education has been particularly fortunate for this university as it pursues the development of the Central Coast campus, where the benefits of close collaboration are becoming increasingly evident. Chancellor, it is with much pleasure that I present to you for admission to the degree of Doctor of the University, Clifton Darfield Elliott.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit you to the honorary degree of Doctor of the University. I now have great pleasure in inviting Emeritus Professor Dr. Elliott to deliver to us today the occasional address. Professor Elliott.
The graduates of the day, your family and friends, members of the staff, the Council, the Vice-Chancellor and Madam Chancellor. You will say, wait a minute, you've done that the wrong way round. But I don't think I have. I address you in that order because the latter ranks would not exist without the graduands. Now I'm going to give you just a little bit of personal history to start with. Many years ago indeed, I won't tell you how many, I went from a small, all-male school to Canterbury University College in Christchurch, New Zealand. That is now the University of Canterbury. It was small in those days, about 800 students, and it was the height of a world depression. What was happening there is happening again. Student numbers went up, staff numbers went down. Every department had to lose one member of staff. Anyway, that didn't concern me at the time. I was there. I went to lectures and laboratories and went home again. I thought that was all there was. And something new to me there were girls. So I decided to learn to dance in my second or third year. In those days, you had to learn. And the pupils met at a practice dance once a month. And there, I met a girl I rather liked. That girl is in the audience today and has been my wife for some 46 years. Without her help in numerous ways, I would not be standing here now, and I want to say thank you. Time moves on. After many years on the staff at Canterbury, I found myself here in Newcastle, at that time at Tyers Hill, and we were part of the University of New South Wales. Student numbers were again very small. And my first secretary was Aileen Rowley. An efficient secretary at university is probably one's greatest asset after family. That was about 30 years ago, and Aileen is here today with my wife. 1965 saw the first occupancy of the present site and separation from the University of Newcastle. Time again moves on, and eventually came retirement to a small farm on the Central Coast. And as you've already heard, in the mid-80s, three of us set up a committee to try for a university presence there. The Central Coast was and is an area of rapidly growing population. We found the Ourimbah site, which had been held for a decade by the state for future educational use. And in the years in particular, 1986-87, there was great help from Mr. Ron Parry, who at that time was chairman of the New South Wales Higher Education Board. He saw the value of TAFE joining with the university, and he helped it happen. And sometime after that, money came from the WEA, the Workers' Education Association in Newcastle, for 3 lecture rooms to be erected at Ourimbah. And they were shared with the university and allowed the university to start lectures. So once again, a small beginning. My life seems to have been associated with small beginnings, but now a going concern. And I have a little dream for the future. I think of the University of California and its 9 campuses. The University of California San Diego campus, University of California Los Angeles campus, and so on like that. Why not Ourimbah as a self-contained composite campus, but always linked loosely with the University of Newcastle? I don't think we should aim to separate. We can be a very good member of the family in due course. Finally, I would like to comment on something entirely different. On our farm, we started to grow medicinal herbs. I was encouraged, having known at that time nothing about it, I was encouraged to learn all about them and their uses. Went to the Southern Cross Herbal School in Gosford. There are a number of these courses now in Australia, and they require some 700 hours of instruction over 3 years, together with a lot of assignments and that sort of thing. Stemming from this, I have seen numerous cures, especially of the persistent ailments. To mention the sort of thing, respiratory problems, migraine headache, asthma, arthritis, eczema, shingles, that sort of thing. Now, I'm not decrying orthodox medicine. Often, it is the only way to go, especially in acute situations. But I think it is a pity that some of the medical profession either ignore or downplay these other approaches. And I would like to see at least one medical school in Australia have the courage to look scientifically at what is going on and not dismiss herbal knowledge without knowing the current facts. Right. For graduates taking their degrees today, I would simply say, be prepared to try new ideas and new ventures. They're fun. And for everyone, retirement is but the shutting of some doors and the opening of others. I thank the Council for the honour of this degree.
Well, on behalf of everyone, I'd like to thank Professor Elliott for delivering the occasional address. I'd like to reassure you, Professor Elliott, that when I had the flu recently, after the doctor had written out his prescription, he recommended a very potent brew, the main ingredient of which was garlic, but I assure you all it was a few weeks ago. So now I'd like to call on Dr. Caldwell, Dean of the Faculty of Education, to present candidates from that faculty.
Will all candidates for admission to awards undertaken within the Faculty of Education please stand? Chancellor, I present to you candidates for admission to awards undertaken within the Faculty of Education as specified in the program.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I confer the awards specified in the program on all those graduands from the Faculty of Education who are present today, and in absentia on those unable to be present.
Chancellor, for the award of the Diploma in Teaching Early Childhood, Elizabeth Allman. Jacqueline Louise Bartz. Stacey Ann Bayliss. Bernadette Teresa Betteridge Campbell. Kylie Chapman. Michelle Louise Elwin. Raylene Sharon Evans. Lauren Elizabeth Gamage. Jane Frances Getley. Carolyn Ann Hydus. Christine Mari Jones. Tracy Ann Cacaldi. Melissa Jan Powell. Lisa Ann Ribel. Amanda Kim Richards. Michelle Richards. Simone Marie Sullivan. Rhonda Florence Ty. Indra Durukshini Dambawini Unambui. Edwina Gay White. Wendy Zonoff. Chancellor, for the award of the Diploma in Teaching Home Economics, Kerry Kathleen Keogh. Chancellor, for the award of the Diploma in Teaching Mathematics Education, Melissa Jane Williams. Chancellor, for the award of the Diploma in Teaching Primary Education, Glenn Robert Austin. Kelly Ann Cumming. Raymond Ernest Etherton. Edward Gerard Godschalk. Tony Elizabeth Hobson. Peter Murray. Karen Elizabeth Sly. Marie Louise Somerville. And with merit, Melinda Jane Luxon. Chancellor, for the award of the Diploma in Teaching, Technical and Further Education, Mari Winifred Field. Kathleen Ann Giles. Katrina Wainwright. Chancellor, for the admission to the degree of Bachelor of Education, Technical and Further Education, Stephen John Colley. Anne Ellison. Kathleen Joyce Lawson. Chancellor, for admission to the award of the Graduate Certificate in Educational Studies, Computer Education, Lorraine Adele Joy. Gay Alana McDonald. Chancellor, for the award of the Graduate Certificate in Educational Studies Curriculum, Pamela Joy Oliver. Chancellor, for the award of the Graduate Certificate in Educational Studies Design and Technology, Lance Robert Bowden. Philippa Mildred Lucille Carter Byrne. Ian Bruce Corby. David John Kelly. Anne Louise Taylor. Diane Margaret Wilson. Chancellor, for the award of the Graduate Diploma in Education, Speech and Language Remediation, Dinah Irene Bailey. Kerry Gay Bennett. Lee Blanche. Lee Blanton. Marcia Ruth Frost. Sue Ellen Elizabeth Hall. Jacqueline Heaton. Martha Evangeline Kapsiewski. Christine Helen Pont. And with merit, Lynette Benson. And with merit, Margaret Brown. And with merit, Colleen Margaret Cox. And with merit, Kathleen Margaret Davey. And with merit, Diane Elizabeth Legg. And with merit, Nicola Jane Moroney. And with merit, Diane Stewart. Chancellor, for the award of the Graduate Diploma in Educational Studies, Computer Education, Christine Joy Hall. Julie Ann Moore. Brenda Diane Smith. Yoki Lin Wui. Brett Arthur Wolfe. Paul Trevor Yardy. And with merit, Lynn Blaine. And with merit, Paul Kenneth Redman. And with merit, Margaret Mary Summons. Chancellor, for the award of the Graduate Diploma in Educational Studies, Special Education, Margaret Ann McLaughlin. Leslie Ann Patricia Mooney. And with merit, Judith Ann Bowman. Theodora Wilhelmina Davies, and with merit. And with merit, Karen Lee Lindsay. And with merit, Leanne Main. And with merit, Christine Mari Tyler. Chancellor, for the award of the Diploma in Education, Michael Charles Baker. Michelle Lee Blue. Frank James Broadbent. Monica Ann Cleary. Belinda Jane Collingridge. Cheryl Mari Flack. Camilla Ann Francis. Ian Frederick Groth. Shukme Emma Ho. Andrew Patrick Hodges. Helen Elizabeth Jackson. Yvonne Kekev. Michelle Terry Lambert. Wayne Herbert Manser. Alicia Mari McKiernan. Frances Jean McLean. Kenneth Wayne Murray. Gail Marie Neeson. Joel Andrew Nicholas. Megan Jane North Maguire. Lorraine Lei Xiong Norton. Pamela Margaret Powell. Hea Primov. Andrea Elizabeth Pulati. Monique Marie Purcell. Joanne Margaret Ryan. Naomi Therese Sed. Matthew David Scott. Robert Bruce Simpson. David Stewart Thompson. Naomi Ann Walsh. David Wilkes. And with merit, Kathleen June Alley. And with merit, Alison Lee Cornwall. And with merit, Elizabeth Ann Crawford. And with merit, Julie Kathleen Cummings. And with merit, Penelope Jane Dewhurst. And with merit, Christine Leanne Dundas. And with merit, Jane Louise Ebert. And with merit, Martin Andrew Ebert. And with merit, Catherine Ann Frawley. And with merit, Shelley Mari Graham. And with merit, Aldonia Mari Hain. And with merit, Max Hemmerly. And with merit, Lynette Lazarevsky. And with merit, Joanne Marie Marshall. And with merit, Michelle Margaret Mate. And with merit, Wendy Ann Mockler. And with merit, Lisa Josephine Nelson. And with merit, Shelley Jane Sofa. And with merit, Michael Franz Forby. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Educational Studies, Margaret Heather Brennan. Susan Elizabeth Corey. Ross Jewell. Robert Dixon. John Richard Franks. Linda Ann Greaves. Andrew Patrick Ganane. Helena Jacobs. Wendy Rosa Kinsella. Kevin Wayne Markwell. Sylvia May Mora. Alex James McPherson. Wendy Ann Merrilees. Julian Paul Moran. Catherine Teresa Owers. André Marc Renaud. Joyce Ringway. Teresa Alice Tanks. Judith Ann Townsend. Lynn Watson. Christine Joy Wilkinson. Merrill Fay Williams. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Master of Educational Studies, Stephen Richard Bennett. Michael David Chapman. Francis Corner. Barry Stephen Elliott. Beatrice Vodine Estabrook. Malcolm John Frame. Faye Gurr. Philip Michael Gurr. Rosemarina Helen Cadariano. Susan Jane Marriott. John David McMahon. Graham Bruce Mead. Peter Mitchell. Patricia Mary Moran. Alan Mervyn Nichols. Lance Arthur Nilsson. Mark Edward Northam. Carol Ann O'Donnell. Denise Ray Patterson. Peter John Rayner. Carlo Rendina. Stuart Sinclair Roth. Peter John Sipple. Colleen Margaret Rebecca Timoshenko. Alan David Vickers. Cynthia Frances Weeks. Loretto Ann Whitney. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Master of Special Education, Michael Tam. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Master of Industrial Education, Bruce Maxwell Tom, Bachelor of Education, Newcastle College of Advanced Education, for a thesis entitled A Profile and Assessment of Factors Influencing Enrolment in Pre-Vocational Industrial Schooling within the Riverina region of New South Wales. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Master of Education, Cedric Eric Grieve, Diploma in Education, Newcastle Teachers College, Bachelor of Science, for a thesis entitled The Potential Influence of Cigarette Advertising upon Adolescent Intentions to Smoke. Kathleen Joy Prudence, Bachelor of Economics, Diploma in Financial Management, University of New Zealand, Master of Educational Studies, for a thesis entitled The Relationship of Student Characteristics and Arithmetic Skills with mathematical achievement involving a chronometric analysis of the cognitive processing components. Chancellor, for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, John Frederick Ashton, Master of Science, Tasmania, Bachelor of Science, for a thesis entitled A New Epistemology for Health and Environmental Education. Michael John Ross, Bachelor of Arts, Melbourne, Graduate Diploma in Applied Psychology, Chisholm Institute of Technology, for a thesis entitled The Integrated Commercial Flying School, an evaluation of commercial flight training and flight simulator effectiveness. Alan Edward Savage, Bachelor of Arts, Education, Avondale College, Bachelor of Arts, Massey, Master of Education, for a thesis entitled Provisions for the Care and Education of Orphaned, Neglected and Derelict Children in the Moreton Bay region, 1825 to 1911.
I now have great pleasure in inviting Miss Elizabeth Crawford to respond on behalf of this morning's graduates.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fellow graduates. Today's ceremony is a fitting occasion to celebrate the achievements of many individuals. The individuals to whom I refer are not just those who have donned the academic costume, but those dressed in civil garb who have come to witness this occasion. These individuals are the partners, close family members and friends of today's graduates. They too have suffered the emotional highs and lows of student life, borne the short tempers when assignments were slow in coming, gone to sleep alone on many nights while the study light stayed on. This is the occasion on which we extend our gratitude to those closest to us who supported us most. And yet this was not a one-way process. Whilst close friends support, they also demand. And those of us who have children will be well aware that the most obvious and unrelenting demands come from them. Each one of us with children has learned to infuse quality into the little spare time available. There are bonus issues for close associates. Minds tune into thinking critically. Self-esteem grows as challenges are met and overcome. The search for knowledge becomes tangible. New concepts are discussed and attitudes undergo change as new ideas and experiences are absorbed. What a privilege to witness and share in such growth. Although the university's grounds have been invaded by a herd of oversized subterranean mound builders, fondly known as landscapers, the staff within the walls remain unscathed. We are indebted to the lecturers who challenged, encouraged and motivated us to question accepted methods and develop our own, who confronted us with our own prejudices and forced us to reassess them. I'm thinking particularly of the inroads into our consciousness made by the Aboriginal lecturers and those who lectured on behalf of minority or disadvantaged groups. Thank you all for the contributions you have made to our personal growth and to our increased understanding and knowledge. I would also like to express our appreciation of the helpful and amiable staff in the CRRC. Education students in this special library produced many group as well as individual projects and appreciated their assistance. Of universal acclaim is the acquisition of education. Like pregnancy, the incubation of a degree is seen as a very positive activity with general approbation. However, the outcomes are slightly different. With pregnancy, the outcome is a guaranteed job for life. With a degree or diploma, the outcome is a licence, but these days, not necessarily a job. These are difficult times when employment is no longer the certain sequel to tertiary education. It takes commitment to hang in there on a meagre allowance, to complete a degree and earn a terrific HECS debt at the same time. But the reward of employment is worth striving for. There is something particularly special about being valued for your work and doing work you value. There are two kinds of graduates here today. There are the young graduates who have been students continuously since kindergarten and are now eager to move out into the workforce so that they can participate fully in our consumer society. And there are the mature age graduates who have been working in either paid or unpaid jobs and who have decided to rediscover student life in a bid to change career direction, extend their knowledge, or continue on an accelerated journey of self-discovery. All the graduates have become empowered by their acquisition of knowledge. As educators, we will be responsible for motivating others to learn, for providing opportunities for action and experience, and for imparting knowledge so that people become empowered to make changes for themselves. We will be challenged by multiculturalism and made to work out ways of bridging the chasms between some cultures. And it can be done. What better example of an educator can be found than Fred Hollows and his program of community-based intraocular lens factories? Fred has demonstrated that action, combined with education, can make huge improvements in people's well-being. This university has given us the opportunity to become agents for positive change. I'm sure our efforts will be fruitful. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much indeed. I'll now invite the Vice-Chancellor to speak to today's graduates. Vice-Chancellor.
Chancellor, Professor Elliott, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is not my intention to detain you, but it is, as you see, the notes of my address are printed in the program, but I would like to say how delighted I am since it is only 7 weeks since I've taken up my position in the university as Vice-Chancellor to share this occasion with you today and particularly with the graduands. The Chancellor has already alluded to the importance of education in the specific environment of Australia in the present day. I've noted in my a few words here that education and democracy are very closely tied together. It's a simple point really, but sometimes it's useful to remember the simple points. We are lucky to live in a democracy. We are lucky to live in a country where our opinions are registered via the voting process and where the citizenry governs the country. And in this situation, how important is education? It is obviously crucial. And all of us here, I include the graduands and those on the stage, have committed ourselves to the vocation of education. I represented the university last night at a dinner at which a new Centre for Minerals, Economics and Energy Research was launched by funds raised privately through the mining companies and through the New South Wales government. And the Prime Minister was informed of this initiative and expressed his congratulations. And at that occasion, much was made of the Clever Country slogan that the government has developed. And while I've always felt a little bit embarrassed about that slogan because it seems to imply that the clever country lies in the future and we are now the stupid country, I think that probably the whole Australian community agrees that that slogan captures something that Australia specifically needs at this time, and that is to develop the skills of its workforce. And consequently, the government was well pleased with us for going in the direction of adding some economic expertise to the mining expertise which the university and the region has. It's a hard world out there in terms of employment. Things have changed a lot and staff cuts are the norm, and many institutions appear to be going backwards rather than forwards. I suppose it was easier for me when I started out after graduating in 1965 at the University of Sydney. Consequently, I've chosen to give a bit of advice which you may ignore or not as you see fit. You can always do that with advice, can't you? And the advice comes in the form of an enigma from the book of Ecclesiastes. And if you read the wisdom literature of the world, you will find the writings of Confucius or the Zen Buddhist koans. You will find that their wisdom is usually expressed in enigmatic form. There's nothing that closes the mind down so quickly as clarity, but an enigma will help you think for years. And so the enigma of the book of Ecclesiastes, the race is not to the swift. You can think about that. It's in the nature of a philosopher, I'm afraid, to ask questions rather than answer them. But it possibly points to the fact that sometimes success is not really success, that there is only the appearance of success, and sometimes equally failure is not really failure, but the beginning of an opportunity. I congratulate you all today, and it is a great pleasure for me as the new Vice-Chancellor to share it with you.
As the ceremony now draws to a close, I have only one further duty to perform, and that is to invite all our guests and all today's graduates to join the university for morning tea, which will be served in the University Union shortly after we leave this hall. Thank you all for your attendance, and I now declare the ceremony closed.